Hi, it's Miss Katie. I'm so glad to be here with you today. And before we get ready to read our story, let's sing Be Still and Know with my good friend Miss Lauren.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God.
This is the desert box. Inside is a small piece of the desert. So many important things happen in the desert that we just have to have a small piece of it with us in our class. The desert is a strange and wild place. At night it is very cold, but during the day it is burning hot. There is almost no water at all. The desert is always changing. The winds come and it blows and shapes and molds the sand. So the desert is never the same. God led the people through the waters to freedom and gave them the 10 best ways to live. Now the people of God were on their way to the promised land, the land God promised to give them. The people of God loved the 10 best ways to live so much that they wanted to carry them with them. But they needed a way to come close to something so precious. So God told them how. First, they made a special box, an ark, to carry the 10 best ways to live. It was covered in gold, and on the top were 2 golden angels, and inside they put the 10 best ways to live. But now they needed a way to get ready to come close to God, close to the ark. So they made an altar where they could burn incense. Which made a wonderful smell and smoke. Now the priest could go through the sweet-smelling incense and smoke to the ark to be close to God. But this still wasn't enough to come close to something so precious. So they made a special table called the table of showbread. It was covered with gold, and every Sabbath day they put 12 loaves of unleavened bread on it. And on the other side, they put a gold candlestick with 7 burning lights, called the menorah. Now the priest could walk between the table of showbread and the menorah, through the sweet-smelling incense and smoke, to the ark, to be close to God. But this still wasn't enough to get ready, so they made a tent called a tabernacle. Inside the tabernacle, a tent for God, there was a special veil that divided the inside from the outside room. They called the inside room the Holy of Holies, and that's where they kept the ark. And now the priest could walk into the tent between the table of showbread and the menorah, through the sweet smelling incense and smoke, through the curtain, and into the holies of holies and the ark, to be close to God. Outside the tent for God, the people made sacrifices at the great altar of burnt offerings. Here they gave the very best of their animals to God. A great bowl of water, called the laver, was placed at the front of the tent so the priests could wash their hands and feet before they went in the tent. Between the table of showbread and menorah, through the sweet-smelling incense and smoke, through the curtain, and into the Holy of Holies, to the ark, to be close to God. They covered the tent for God with beautiful cloths. And finally, on the outside, they put one that was rough and woolly, so that when people passed by in the desert, they would see that and just pass right by. This was still not enough. They couldn't just leave all this sitting out in the desert, so they put a linen fence around it. Now they had a special place and a special way to come near to God. It was a tent for God. So whenever the people of God moved in the desert, they could take down the fence and the tent, and everything in it. And carry it with them and the ark with the 10 best ways to live, to lead the way. Now is a great time to do your wondering questions with your teachers or with your parents or siblings or anybody that you might be with today. I hope you have a great day and can't wait to see you next time. Bye.